Good evening, good evening, good evening. Just wanted to wait till a few people come on. Hi, my name is Susan Wilkinson. I'm your holistic intuitive coach and mindfulness meditation teacher. It's been a little while, so I thought I'd just come on and reintroduce myself. If you remember, I work with the feeling body, help people reconnect so that it can heal past trauma, buried pain, so that you can see things in the reality. You can see things in the reality of how they are, so that you can make better choices and live a happier, healthier life. Please let me know that you're here. So welcome everybody. Please give me some likes, ask me some questions. For sure, if you've got any questions, I've had a few questions already emailed into me, which I'll go through in a little while. Then please put them in the comments. I'll try and get it on my phone as well, because those that don't have StreamYard or agree to the terms and conditions, I don't always see the comments till afterwards. If I do miss them for some reason, then what I'll do is I'll come back on later and I'll ask those. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just wanted to really talk a little bit about today about what's been going on. But first to say, yes, I'm open for business, either on a one-to-one or over Zoom, StreamYard, Skype, whatever that happens to be. The advantage of that is you can choose your time, day or night, a time that's convenient for you, and it works exactly the same way. I've been working with many of my clients in this way, and obviously those that want to come in on a one-to-one, then absolutely, but obviously we're respecting the social distancing, quarantine details, information. So I wanted to look and ask a question, because I haven't been on for a few weeks. I wanted to know how everybody was dealing with anxiety, stress, depression, or being depressed, as I call it, during these times. How has the lockdown of COVID affected you? And I'll give you some stories of how other people have told me it's affected them. How has it affected you? And, have you seen your mood change, either with your partner, on your own? Have you felt you're lowering? Have you felt yourself getting more anxious? And getting more anxious may actually just be anxiousness in going out to the superstore, for example. It might be anxious because you've been confined to your house for quite a while. So what are you experiencing is what I would like to know from you. And how are you coping with that anxiousness? I do know, just hold on 1 second. I just want to open that window. I've just got a bit hot over something. Yeah, sorry about that. So I know one of my friends' mothers in particular, she went out to go to the store, and she saw somebody walking towards her, and she absolutely froze, panicked, and ran back to the house. I know another person that's now got agoraphobia and doesn't want to leave their house. I have another client that is having panic attacks and does not want to go back to work because they're afraid that there won't be the social distancing, and other people that have just gone along with it. So I want to know how you're feeling. How are you feeling? How is it affecting you? What have you noticed, or have you noticed anything? Has your partner perhaps noticed something in you that you haven't noticed yourself, and you're getting a little bit angry or irate that they're sort of saying that you've changed, or you're a bit more snappy? And the truth is, are you being honest with yourself? Are you really being honest with yourself? I have to say that a few weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, I found myself actually kind of retracting, being a little bit isolated, and to the rest of the world, people probably wouldn't have noticed that I'd been isolating a bit, but I didn't want to do certain things, and the things that I didn't really have to do, I just didn't do. More I would go and see my friends or phone them or get involved, and I just pulled away, and I just felt I had to take this time to regroup, to go back to basics, to go and read some of my old motivational books, such as Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil, Think and Grow Rich, Robert Sharman, all of these, to really kind of make me reevaluate myself and really start to journal a lot. And one of the books that has helped me and is helping me still, I'll show it to you, is this book. It's called The Artist's Way, and it just helps you with your creativity. It makes you think, it makes you get back to basics. So by Julia Cameron, certainly a book that I do recommend. And I just sat with this early in the morning and I journaled. I sat and I journaled, I reflected on myself, and I just wondered what was actually going on within me. And I had to actually take that time out to just sit and be still. And I have to say, I came out of it a better, more rounded person. I felt a lot of pressure from people wanting me to join their groups or get involved with something, or that I should take this course. And with everything that I'm trying to do, as you know, it was just too much for me. It really was too much. And I started to feel, and I'm a very strong, positive woman for sure, you know, and I hold a lot of people, I hold space for a lot of people. And I actually felt very, very teary. And I had 2 meditations, and one meditation was my normal meditation. And the second meditation was for my Feminine Priestess Path course that I'm taking. And I just sat and I felt very sad. I don't know why I felt sad. And I just cried, big bouts of tears coming up, twice in my normal meditation and once in the Feminine Priestess Path. And I just had to believe that I was releasing something on some level, though I'm not really sure, you know, what that was. And the thing is, I didn't really need to know. I just knew that I had to release it. But certainly within me, there were those feelings of anxiousness. So hopefully at the end of this this chat tonight, I'm going to do a short exercise meditation where you can actually just take control of those anxiousness, those stress feelings, those depressed feelings. And the reason I say depressed in that way is because I don't want to say depression. I want to say that maybe you're normally more bubbly like I am, but then your mood became a little bit lower, so it became a little bit depressed, but I didn't go into the state of depression. It may well have been that you're feeling stressed over things that you wouldn't normally feel stressed about. It could actually be that you're spending more time in the house with your partner than you normally would. And, you know, I've had some of my clients come to me, you know, where, you know, they're at loggerheads with their partner, where they just want to get out. You know, there's been, in some cases, violence. And it all becomes a bit too much. The problem is we don't sit and reflect and evaluate or be curious about where these feelings of stress, anxiousness or depression. You know, a while ago I talked about the drifting. You know, we sort of drift into these things without stopping and taking note of where we are. And that's what we want to do. That's what I want you to do, is to say, if I'm feeling these feelings of anxiousness, I want you to be curious about where they come from. I want you to sit in a state of stillness, silence, or meditation, however you want to call it. And I want you to actually feel those feelings and notice where you feel them in the body. And that's what our meditation is going to be about shortly, just so you can be curious. And it's not about you doing the meditation and all of a sudden, you know, you're remarkably, I can't even think of the word now, kind of healed. Absolutely not. But what you do is you start to learn to feel, to observe, to reflect your true self. So therefore you can work with yourself. So instead of this feeling of anxiety growing into a full-blown panic attack, you actually can contain it. You can get to know it. You can be curious with it. And then you can often find your trigger that is related to that feelings of anxiousness, that feeling of stress, you know, that those anxiousness and that stress that is actually throwing you into that depressed state. Because that, you know, and I know that we are not naturally in an anxious, stress or depressed state. We're not. That is not how we was born. It is circumstances around us. It's our environment. So, you know, take a moment or a little bit of time to experience and explore, you know, those feelings, and just ask yourself right now, ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? How was I feeling today? Where did that feeling come from? You know I can put my hand up and I can say, yes, I felt that. Whether it's these times, whether it's just, you know, getting out of my normal routine, I do not know. But what I will say to you, and those that know me, see me, I go on lots of walks, lots of bike rides. Even though the gym is closed, I will do my exercises. So what I will say is do things that benefit you. If that is going on a distance walk with a friend, then do it. If that's picking up the phone, then do it. If that's exercising, do it. If it's reading a book, then do it. But do things, you know, that make you feel better, that make you grow. but you have to sit down and be honest with yourself and said, somebody emailed me earlier because they didn't want to really come on here. Hi, Billy. They didn't want to come on here, but what they had said to me is that they hadn't realized until I'd put the post up today that actually they were going through moments of anxiousness throughout the day, and then that moments of anxiousness around the children and her partner actually started to turn a little bit bitter, a little bit nasty, a little bit argumentative. And so we sat, we had a chat, and she did this meditation that you're going to do, if you choose to do that. And if you don't do it now, do it afterwards, put hashtag replay, let me know you've looked at this, and let me know if you found it of benefit for sure. But it's just a little tool to put in your toolbox so that you can help yourself. I do believe in giving away. It's not all about me. It's not all about money. It's about trying to help you to have coping mechanisms, little tools that you can do, your breath, walking, stretching. But in my game, the way I do it, I like to be curious. I like to absorb. I like to get involved and try and uncover, where I am. And that's very much how I work with the feeling body, because often what we think is causing that anxiousness or that stress really is not. And we can be blindsided by other people putting suggestions and thoughts into our mind that maybe it's because of this, it's because of that. And often it's the event that's occurring now is just another trigger for other events that have happened in your life, that we need to uncover so that we can release them to the light and heal it and find some resolution. And remember, and those that work with me will know, is when I work, we find the resolution so that we can look at that anxiousness, we can look at where that pain comes from, and release the emotion attached to it, release that charge, so that as we move forward, we are free, we are calm, we can look at it again and not get attached in that same way. We can just say, yes, that happened to me, that was an experience, but now I'm free. You've healed it and you move on. So let me know, how are you feeling? What is going on in your life? Or have things in your life, propelled things forward in your life that you thought you would keep on the back burner, choices, decisions that you didn't want to make that bring on that stress. There is lots of reasons why we can be stressed, from the smallest thing to the biggest thing. And it's important that we actually manage these and maintain them. So I say to you, I challenge you, sit down in a still place and ask yourself, how am I feeling? Where am I feeling it in the body? And be curious about it. Get a journal, write in your journal about it. Even if you don't understand it, it doesn't matter. And if you are really stuck and really, really struggling, like I say, I'm open for business, either virtually or on a one-to-one with social distancing. And remember, I work very much with the emotional and the feeling body. So I hope, that has been a little bit of an eye-opener for you, and you can resonate with some of the things, certainly, that I've said tonight. But what I would like to do is I'd like to do an exercise, a meditation for anxiety, and hope that you might find some benefit of it and you can use it and replay it back as and when. But, you've got any questions, if I can help you beautiful, lovely people with anything to get out of pain, then my door is always open. Okay. So if you'd like to join me and stay on for this meditation, I would love it. And I'd love some feedback as to what benefits you got from it. So if I can ask you to just take a moment to thank yourself, really, for giving yourself permission and this time to give yourself, honor yourself and give yourself some love. And just get comfortable and take a breath in and a breath out. And then just check in with yourself as you close your eyes. Relax your facial muscles, your jaw, your shoulders, and allow a wave of relaxation to come all the way through your body, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Adjust your posture so that you are comfortable. And then I want you to just engage with the breath. Take a big, deep breath in. And a big, deep breath out. In through the nose and out through the nose, unless you have breathing problems or nasal problems. And then take another deep breath in and out, releasing. And then I want you to be aware of the stillness that is entering your body. I want you to be aware of your body relaxing. And I want you to just let it happen. Do not fight it. And if your mind starts to wander or get involved in the story, you come back to the breath. And then now, allow your breath to find its own rhythm. And then I want you to be aware of where you feel the anxiousness or the stress in your body. Is it in your hands? Is it in your chest? Is it in your stomach? Your shoulders? Your head? Take a few moments now to locate the stress or the anxiousness within your body without getting involved. You just allow it to simply be there. Where is it? Be curious. What does it feel like? Is it at the front of your body or the back of your body? Be specific. Don't push it away. Just allow it to be there, even if it feels painful. Don't get involved. Just be curious. Open your heart and see if you can make room. What does it feel like? What does it look like? Where is it? Open your heart and allow it to be there. As you breathe in love and breathe into that area of discord. And as you breathe out, release. Breathe into it. Breathe through it. And be curious of how it changes from moment to moment. Nothing stays the same, and the anxiousness will not stay the same, and the stress, if you allow yourself to face it in the reality of how it is. And even if the pain gets stronger, keep breathing into it and through it and out of it, and watch as it changes. Allow yourself now a few moments to just breathe quietly into it and out of it, releasing on the out breath as I hold this space for you right now. We are always letting go with the breath. We are always curious. What comes up? Is there a memory? Is there a trigger? Is there more pain? Whatever arises, open your heart with compassion, kind compassion, and just allow it to simply be there. Breathing continually in and out of it. And moment by moment, you will see it change, possibly even dissipate and go away. Be compassionate with yourself as you would with somebody else. Breathing in and out. Always releasing on the out breath. Watching it dissipate. Watching it slow. Watching it move. And then now bringing yourself back to the breath. And taking a global awareness of the whole of your body. Feeling a wave of relaxation and stillness come from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. Bringing yourself to your heart center. Opening your heart and allowing the love to fill your whole body, knowing that you are loved and that you are safe. And then allow your breath just to breathe, a gentle breath, in and out. And just notice how you're feeling right now, how calm you're feeling, how balanced. Did the anxiousness go? Did it calm? Did you feel that self-compassion? Of course you did. And remember, you can do this anytime. So now, allow your breath to get bigger, becoming aware of the edges of your body, your fingers and your toes, and gently bringing yourself back to full awareness once more. So thank you for joining me this evening on Talk Tuesday. It's very much appreciated. I hope you're feeling more relaxed and balanced. Send me your questions. And if I can help you anyway, then please let me know. I guess by now you know how to get hold of me. I wish you a blessed evening. I love you lots. Stay safe and stay centered. Love you.